Good afternoon, Internet. I'm DaMastaYoshi. Pretty big Venture fangirl. I've done this already, trying to see how many times I can get through this little interview without saying the word. You can call it a word. I just saw a bunch of vodcasts around, describing how the new season premiere is going. Coming from my point of view, personally, I have a few topics going around the Adult Swim boards, discussing pros and cons of the episode. I, for one, found very little cons with this episode. It was great. It was wonderful. Pure genius. CGC, condition of the first issue of Marvel Comics up in the corner, used as a timeline. Great idea. Great idea. And we all just see Dean in the trailer talking about Hitler, trying to come up with different assumptions. Oh, maybe it's girl Hitler, or maybe it's the real Hitler. He's coming back to Underland, and etc. Nope. The dog. Maybe we'll find out about that later. There's so much in depth that we don't know. But let's speculate, and indulge me, Internet, indulge me. So, yeah, some of the cons. I'm just going to talk about mine. Didn't have too many with this episode. It's great, as I've said. But the biggest issue I have with it is Dr. Orpheus. Dr. Orpheus telling 21 that he can't bring 24 back from the dead. I don't believe that. He's a necromancer. That's what they do. And he was going to bring Dean and Hank back, remember? In season 2. Yeah, first episode. Powerless in the face of death. He had a shovel and everything. Like, he was gonna go out there, dig up their bodies, had a little fire circle, had the sword, cast the spell, just, all very humdrum, as he says. And he tells Triana all the clients he had prior. Evil Knievel, David Blaine, I don't know, some president, I can't recall. Point is, he's done it before. He's raised the dead. So I have no idea why he's just like, oh, necromancer is just a term, warlock, wizard, magician sound rather goofy. Okay, no, warlock does not sound goofy. That just sounds like you're like some kind of badass wizard guy. Wizard is a little overused. Yes, I'll agree with that. Magician, I can't take magician seriously after, the dark magician in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I just, or, you think of Houdini. Not really magic, just trickster. But anyway, why would he say that to 21? It's, totally not true. He can bring back the dead. Well, looked around some of the Adult Swim boards for answers, and come up with these conclusions. Theory number 1. Jack and Doc accidentally made a giant loophole in the Venture universe, and I don't think they did that because they're pretty smart about how they go about their stuff. So I'm going to count that one out. Number 2. You can't bring the dead back to life if their body's been severely desecrated, ripped apart, blown to pieces, such as 24 has. I mean, 21 used his finger for cloning material. He captured his severed head in his arms, the poor guy. That's one of the biggest things I'm into this season, is just how 21 keeps on trucking without his running mate, and it's... poor guy. But anyway... Yes, my bad. It makes sense, I suppose. If the head's in 500 pieces and you're trying to get a body or soul to go back into the body, it doesn't have a body to go back into. Orpheus can make zombies or resurrect spirits from a trading card. Cremation Creek. I don't think he should have a problem bringing the remnants of a body back together. Even if it's severed, broken, blown up. He's Orpheus. Just my theory. Let's see here. The whole cloning thing, can't use that now for 24 because, well, Orpheus had to go the cleansing of fire ritual to kill Hitler and blew up the entire clone lab with this magical little staff wand thing. Granted, he looked friggin' sweet doing it. I mean, did you see that lightning and everything exploded and... It was just really cool. And the melting face thing, that was funny. Just the whip up. I was impressed. I was impressed. I love Orpheus. Don't get me wrong. Love the guy. Love him to bits. But he just ruined another means of possible life for 24 again. So now there's like one other theory. Me and my friend specifically keep talking to each other. The only possible way to bring him back is Dr. Venture's time machine, which was also Grover Cleveland's time machine. Referenced in Are You There, God? It's Me, Dean. Escape of the Mummy's Tomb or something. I don't remember that episode. Part 2. Also in Showdown at Cremation Creek, Part 1. 21 brings it up for like 1 second. It's like the only plausible way to bring 24 back now. Alright, that was 6 minutes in. Next topic. Brock doesn't... We all know he wasn't being talked about. It was in reference to Sergeant Hatred that they wanted to brain drain or attitude adjustment. And Brock just kind of assumed, and he's with Sphinx now. But will he ever find out that he was never really fired? I think what happened was, but Doe and Cardholder seemed to be like legitimately pissed off when they saw him, rather than surprised. Then again, they are pretty tough guys, so like, Samson, what are you doing here? Could have been more friendly, instead of like pointing fingers and what the hell and etc. And then getting your nose broken with a giant boy detective book. Oh well. He's got to find out sometime what really happened. I'm more interested in Sphinx, though. Not too sure of... Can someone enlighten me on Sphinx? Are they like the OSI's secret agent force? It would make sense. I don't know. It would just make more sense. But they seem to be against the Black Hearts, but they don't want to communicate with OSI. I don't know who they're fighting for. I don't know. So that'll be interesting to see. Especially since Brock said he's going to see Hank again. I'm actually a fan of that relationship. The father-son thing between Hank and Brock. It's so cute. And the fact that he just can't wear his... He can't take off his jacket because he loves his Brock too much. It's just so sweet. It makes me feel really bad, actually, considering that the boys never really were loved. It's almost... Okay, I'm breaking off into another tangent now. Another tangent. Venture psychology. Yeah, that is totally what I'm gonna call it. Venture psychology. The emotional state of all of the characters. That should be for another time, though. This is specifically for the season premiere. Now, Sergeant Hatred and Hank, that little bit where he had him shoot him for his respect. Remember the confusion, the regret. Hank definitely seemed to have grasped something there. Not something as close as Brock and Hank would have had. But something new. Something nice. Him and Hatred are gonna get along a little bit more. Hopefully in the future. And on my last topic. My last topic on the list is Dean. Dean's not exactly the toughest rock in the ocean. This episode was pretty I don't even know how to... He was so wussy. He was a wuss. Complete sissy pants. Daddy, Lord! And running around. It's like, would you two stop it? I'm not gonna kill Hitler. I lost my knife because I hate it. Well, that's... I know Dean's a wuss. He's a pussy. But this was kind of going over the line, don't you think? I've heard around from, others that Hank... Doc and Jackson really focused on trying to make Hank more likable this season. And it worked. His hair is adorable. New clothes, adorable. But now I think they're starting to make us dislike Dean a little bit. They'll have to boost him up sometime again. He'll grow a mustache. We've seen it in the new credits. But yeah, some venture food for thought. Just wondering what you think, Internet. Alright. This is DaMastaYoshi. Also, henchwoman24 on the Adult Swim boards. Out.